People think Biden would lose to Trump if election was today. Major survey shows economic disapproval ratings are at a record high of 63% in Biden's presidency. A new survey has found that most Americans think President Joe Biden would lose to Donald Trump if the election race was happening today. As it stands, the current president would be 4 points behind if in direct competition with Trump, according to CNBC's All-America Economic Survey. CNBC reported that economic disapproval ratings are at a record high of 63% in Biden's presidency, whilst his approval ratings are at their second lowest since he was elected, at 32%. Recently, geopolitical tensions have caused frustrations within his own party and amongst the wider public. Biden has only 66% approval within his own party regarding his foreign policy, whilst much of the U.S. public is in favor of equal treatment of Palestinians and Israelis. Time equals 400 ms. greater than. While the U.S. government has quickly backed and funded Israel's military, the U.S. public has a more nuanced response to the conflict, with 36% of Americans calling for Israel and Palestine to be treated the same. After Biden moved to publicly support Israel's right to defend itself and provided financial aid, 60% of Americans disapproved of his handling of foreign policy. This means there is just a 3% difference between those who want Israel and Palestine treated equally and those who want Israel to receive preferential treatment. As 39%, down from 34% in 2014, of responders said that policy should favor Israel, whilst 19%, up from 9%, said they were not sure, and 6%, up from 4%, said Palestinians should be favored. Biden is 4 points behind Trump in opinion polls. Micah Roberts, partner at Public Opinion Strategies, the Republican pollster for the survey, told CNBC, "You don't get sub-40 approval ratings without losing large chunks of your base. And that's what's happening here." He added that these were distressing numbers for a president facing re-election. Jay Campbell, partner at Hart Research Associates, the Democratic pollster for the survey, described Biden's loss of support from young people, and those from minority ethnic backgrounds were very troubling for Biden. Among 18 to 34-year-olds, 46% say both should be treated the same. Campbell added, "You start to think that maybe they've run out of patience, and it's starting to show through in their decreasing regard for the president." In Michigan, Biden also looks to lose support from Muslim and Arab voters. Lebanese-American Democrat and Commissioner Sam Baydoun told the New York Times, "How can I tell somebody who's watching these atrocities on live TV today to vote for President Biden? The pulse of the community is overwhelmingly not supportive of Biden now. They feel betrayed," saying that Biden is working closely with Muslim and Palestinian American leaders. Amar Moussa, a spokesman for the president's re-election campaign, said that the president knows the importance of earning the trust of every community, of upholding the sacred dignity and rights of all Americans. There is a possibility for Biden to regain popularity in the 12% undecided pollsters. Equally, some of the data in the poll suggests that both independents and undecided voters would break for Trump. Support in favor of Israel is upheld mainly by Republicans, with 57% saying policy should back Israel, whereas for Democrats this figure is at just 29%. Equally, 44% of Democrats and 47% of independents want the government to treat both sides the same. There's a real generational split on this question. Campbell added, "Younger Democrats have increased their sympathies on both sides of the ledger to a certain degree, whereas Democrats over age 50 are really much more in support of Israel than Palestinians at this point in time."